First of all, you always need shoulder width. So the width of your shoulders is just about corresponding to the width of your feet. And then have at least that in length. So when you step into a front stance, you don't want to put your foot straight in line, but make sure that you have width. This width will then allow you to turn the waist, either in the back stance or in the front stance. You can turn your back foot out slightly. Don't turn it out too much, that's too much. If you turn it out that far, you then can't turn to this side very easily. So have it about 45 degrees, that allows you to turn to both sides. And in the front, it's facing straight forward. The inside of this foot is facing straight forward, and you can rotate your hips like so. In your front stance, you want to keep your knee in place over the foot because the knee is a hinge joint. So when you rotate, you want to try and keep the knee stationary and stable. Likewise in the back stance, you can spin. The tendency is going to be to collapse the knee like so. That's going to strain the knee under here. So front stance, which is a yang stance, knee in this line here. Likewise, you don't want it to shift around like so. You want to keep it over your foot and in the back. Keep it in place and get flexibility in the ball joint of your hip. I'll demonstrate it from the side. We've got a yang front stance, and make sure that your knee corresponds with your toe, not beyond it. If you go beyond it, you'll start to strain your knee. So knee above your toe, and a straight line, just about a straight line coming up from your ankle and up your back so that you incline. And in your back stance, you want to have your spine over your heel and you're upright. Now what you don't want to do is stick your bum out. So tuck this part of your back under and straight, and in doing so that takes your knee out over your toe. That keeps the position correct for turning the hips. Front stance the same. Keep your hips level. You don't want to, if I show you from the back, you don't want to stick your hip out. You want to keep the tops of your hips level. When you rotate, it's rotating on a plane. Same in the back. There could be a tendency to stick your hip out. Keep it tucked under and straight, to these level. So in the start, in the beginning of the form, when you transfer the weight, don't then drop that hip and step out. As you come down, if anything, you might need to slightly lift that hip.